Straight away from the beginning, in Kids These Days documentary, there is a use of conventions from real media products from BBC News archive footage from the London riots. At this point, there's now more archive footage, not from BBC News, but still using the conventions from other real media products. Still images showing social networks as well as the voiceover, again used in real media products. Now this is original footage from a rave which in our documentary does push the boundaries by developing certain conventions of real media products by sort of portraying it as a good thing, even though it may be seen as a bad thing. It's getting pushed forward as a good thing by showing how youths these days can be more independent in what they do, as the narrator carries on to explain how they've organised it themselves.
This includes shelter, music, light and special effects.
This interview now challenges conventions from real media products, as the interview is not set in a real rule of third way, but we've manipulated it to suit our video. There's also a possible breaking in the rules which challenges modern conventions by having a second narrator on this news article. Again, the rule of thirds is broken due to poor camera work, but again it's been manipulated in a way to look as though the interview has been carried out to a professional standard.
And I write for College Magazine, and I'm a counsellor at college.
However, there are bad things that still happen.
This reconstruction scene was shot in many takes and filmed in different viewing angles in order to come across in a more professional mini-film sort of way, which is kind of different to most documentaries. This uses conventions from real media products, as it's giving statistics and real research facts from the internet and secondary information resources. This interview does follow the rule of thirds rule, whereas the mise-en-scène is not entirely suitable to what is speaking about the interviewee, which does challenge the conventions of modern media products already out there. In a way, it could be seen as pushing boundaries and developing conventions.
I think the challenges that I've already sort of alluded to would be...
Most of the B-roll footage for this interview, though, is relevant to what the interviewee, Stu, is speaking about, as he speaks about college work and the poor amount of income which youths of today have and the challenges which they face through day-to-day life.
So there is financial pressure to lead the kind of lifestyle that teenagers want to lead, but I also think financial pressure in terms of things like going to university and buying a car, going on a holiday with friends.
This is a way of developing conventions, as it is mainly text explaining what the following scene shows, which in our case is the sort of good side of youths of today and how they're using their time responsibly and creatively, rather than supporting this normal stereotype of how older people see us.